Hey, what's up, guys? You are watching AfterBuzz TV's The Voice Season 10. It's the finale, and we're breaking it down. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
You don't gotta go to work.
What's up, everybody? This is the AfterBuzz TV After Show. I'm Jason Ikeler. You can follow me on Twitter. This is The Voice After Show. Did I say that?
Yeah,
I think I said the AfterBuzz TV After Show.
We'll roll with it.
Sorry, Fifth Harmony is playing, and it's all that matters. You can follow me on Twitter at Jason Ikeler. We have a full panel to my right.
So exciting. Megan Boykoff, you can follow me. Which camera am I looking at?
Wherever
All
you
of
want.
them.
Just
Twitter at
look at
Megan
me.
Boykoff, Facebook at Megan Boykoff.
You guys are such a cute couple.
Christian, thank you.
Chris at Chris Howard Live on Twitter and Instagram. Connect.
I am Christian Rosenberg, Twitter at Will Rosenberg, Instagram The Real Rosenberg.
Okay, let's jump into this. We're breaking it down a little weird because we don't want to talk about the duets because
They were good.
They were good, but we'll
No
talk
one
about the
did.
ones. Yeah, they're not. We're not. voting
Pharrell and
based
Hannah
off of
forgot to
those.
reherse, but it's okay.
Ouch!
No, they weren't bad.
They had no idea what was going on.
It was just natural. They were just feeling the vibe.
No, it was
You
fun.
Just saw spontaneity.
It was fun. It was just like, yeah, they had no clue what they were gonna do.
You're too white for that performance, Christian. Okay, let's start
right.
with original songs. And these are just in the order of the Voice YouTube playlist, so bear with us. First up, we're gonna go with Allison Porter, who sang "Down That Road." Thoughts? We'll start with you, Megan.
I really liked hearing this because I felt like it was a really clear glance into the kind of music she's going to put out. Obviously, she wrote it herself. And she just is so vulnerable. And I think that, I mean, it really drew me in. I assume that's the draw to her. You feel like you really understand her message.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool because after hearing this, I'm like, okay, I see where you'll fit. You'll go to country radio. You'll do that thing. It'll be good for you. And I think it was kind of cool because she's sang so many iconic songs on the show that you're not comparing her to anybody. This is her song. True.
I felt the song, I mean, because obviously she's talking about from her personal experience and stuff, so it was a motivating song trying to help people out. And at first, I was completely thrown off by the fact, hey, we have this very kind of like touching song, and then she's on stage wearing pretty much nothing. But the more that I thought about it, made me think, well, she's kind of revealing herself and opening up herself with this song, so...
There was a metaphor.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Exactly.
I
I went into the hidden meaning.
Also,
I didn't just go awful.
She was pretty covered.
No, I mean...
No. It
was like a veil.
She had a one-piece bathing
Yeah,
suit
but
on.
people, it's 2016. That was pretty covered.
Oh my god.
I was looking at
no.
it. I was going, well, I can't tell if I like what she's wearing or not. And I think I determined in the end that I didn't. But the song was amazing. I mean, she nailed it. Beautiful. I think of all the what do we call them? Homegrown songs.
Original.
Sure.
Original. Yeah, sure.
We'll go homegrown.
The original songs. I think she blew it away.
Yeah, I loved it. I think this is probably going to do well for her on iTunes. I feel like, and this is a good way for her to capitalize on Middle America.
Mm-hmm.
Capitalize on Middle
That's
America.
what you have to do.
That's a
Yeah,
very.
she's watching for sure.
You said you were going to be positive.
That is positive.
That's a positive thing.
Okay.
Middle America watches The Voice.
They
Let's
do.
capitalize on it.
They love Allison.
Okay,
You said communize Middle America. You said capitalize on Middle America.
okay. Up next, we're going to talk about Adam Wakefield. And in honor of feminism, I would like you to critique his outfit, Christian. Right?
You know, his outfit was very subtle.
Did you notice it?
No, I'm so confused to what you're referring
Yeah, I missed that
Oh,
too.
because he commented on Allison's outfit before her vocals.
No,
Wow.
I mean,
I feel bad
was
that
quick.
he kept it consistent with his regular outfits as well, so it wasn't anything out of the ordinary, which was nice. Now, when it comes to the song, I was just kind of. It's weird because Adam early in the season, I was praising like crazy.
Wait, you don't like his song?
I mean, it's good. I wasn't crazy about it. I love that lyric that Blake talked about also though. That like it's powerful lyrics. You know, it's not my personal type of music, but obviously he did a great job.
I kind of felt the same way, like because as I was watching it, it's like it was good. He nailed it, but he had to. This is the finale. For me, they had to really bring it, and they have to do something extraordinary to knock it out of the ballpark. And I just didn't feel that. I felt like it was It was good.
You know what I feel? A divide on this table.
I
Divide
feel
and
the same
conquer?
divide.
Them versus us.
Them versus us.
Because
Yes.
I thought it was perfect. It's exactly the kind of music you want him to put out.
Yes.
He's not trying to make a top 40 hit. He's showing you, this is the album I'm going to make. This is the song he's already written. I thought it was great. If you like Adam, you'll like that song.
Yeah. Yeah, every week he comes out with something that makes me go, oh, yeah, I do like him. I do like that. I wish I could understand the lyrics more. There were sometimes I was really struggling to understand the words.
I'm sorry, is that we're talking Lathe right now?
No, we're talking
we're
about
talking
Adam.
Oh, Adam. Okay, I thought because you said if you like Adam, I was going to say I thought you were talking about Adam Levine, but no.
No, the country
I
country
it
Adam.
just didn't do that much for me.
He solidified his spot on my iTunes with that song, which is saying a lot because I never would have bought his stuff, honestly.
Yeah.
but I listened to it and I said, I want to listen to this all the time.
And honestly, in the real world, you don't drop a song live. You release it on iTunes before you sing it on an award show or something. So the fact that they're doing this is also kind of impressive.
Yeah, backwards and awesome.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Lathe now. His original was Morning Light. I kind of feel the same thing about Lathe as I did Adam. I think it showcases exactly who Lathe is, and that's what you need to do with your original song. I think it's a little obvious. Lathe's probably not going to win the competition, so I think he's being very smart about not changing anything, not like pulling anything crazy for the finale, because he's just reminding me like, hey, pay attention to me after the show.
He's stayed true to his sound the whole time, and that's also what makes it so amazing that he's gotten this far. Adam has said it a million times. I really liked the song. Instrumentally, I felt like it was a little dated, but that's kind of his tone, and it'll work well with his fans.
I think Lathe's he's enjoying it. Just like Adam, they've got this
Yeah.
attitude, the two of them, like we're just going to have a good time, we're going to have fun, we're going to play music like music should be played. And I think they nail it.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure he kept the musicianship with the music. It's very odd to hear a song in 6/8 time on a show like this. So he kept to his word, kept the bluesy sound. Fantastic.
You know, and he did that guitar riff too, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a crazy.
He does a few guitar riffs every now and then.
Artist.
Nailed that.
Real artist.
Okay, up next was Hannah Houston, who did I Call the Shots with Pharrell. I will say this. This song is perfect. I thought.
song is
Watching them in the
fantastic.
studio, you could hear this on the radio right now. Mm-hmm. I think the performance was a little bit lacking energy, but I talked to somebody that was in there, and they said the way the light show looked when you were in there, like you wanted her to just stand there.
Okay,
And so I
that's
don't think the
interesting.
performance translated to TV, but vocally, vocally she killed it. Especially a top 40 song is usually hard to translate live, and she sounded exactly how she does on the track.
I'm glad you mentioned that someone in there said that the lights weren't really conducive to her walking around, because I wanted her to strut more and
Yeah.
own it. I felt like she didn't believe the words she was saying, but in the package beforehand, she really did, and it felt good, and then she performed it, and I was kind of disappointed. And Hannah, I'm your biggest fan. I hate the bridge. I hated the bridge. I felt like it didn't go with the rest of the song. I was very confused.
Oh, it
Am
did
I
seem a
wrong in
little
that?
out of place, didn't it? It's I loved her. I thought she brought to this episode everything that I talked about in the last one, where I said I didn't feel the vulnerability shining through, and I thought that I got the vulnerability and the performance in this one. So I loved what Anna did.
I thought this was the best original performance that this show has ever had. This is the most catchy song that any artist has done on it.
I like this passion.
Because at the end, after we watched this, both Megan and I, we dropped our pens. I'm like, yeah, mic drop. She's like, no, I'm throwing my pen because I was
Very
annoyed
true.
by it. I'm like, what? Because this was, you could tell this had Pharrell all over it, for one. This is
Yeah.
a Pharrell song. It's a great first single to an album. It's catchy, it's upbeat, it's the staccato rhythms that drive you in, the screaming with the riffs, when they switch to the bridge, so you have the little bit of harmony in there. This song had everything needed for a pop hit. This song was fantastic.
Yeah, I really liked the song.
Yeah, it was a great song. Great song.
I'll buy it on iTunes.
Not my
And,
favorite
and
performance.
metaphorically, once again, you know, her coming to that point in the competition, I mean, that really played well, and they did it purposefully with that in mind. So I really love that.
Okay.
I didn't. What I will say is I didn't like her duet with Pharrell as much. I mean, his producing ability came through really clearly, but I didn't really care for the duet as much. He shined in that, and I think he was trying to make her relax just a little bit. But I loved her performance.
I just think they're different styles of performers.
Oh,
You
they're
know what I
definitely
mean?
different
The
styles.
two of them?
And
Yeah.
so I think
Oh, definitely.
on
True.
paper
Yeah.
you wouldn't necessarily put them together, but I thought the
a neat
duet
matchup,
was
though.
I
exactly
would
what
put
it was
them
supposed to be,
together.
like fun.
I believe they're in love.
You
I
believe
want
they're
them
in
to be in love.
Oh.
I mean, Carson Daly even mentioned once he was interviewing her, asking her a question, and then in a whatever, and he was like, you can tell that you and Pharrell have gotten very close, and I was like,
Carson's asking because Carson has
Got
a
some
crush
Paula
on her.
Abdul shit happening on this show.
Carson has a crush on her. Pharrell seems like he's very family type with her. Like he's got a respectful energy.
Guys,
Okay,
we're talking about my
let's
wife,
talk-
remember?
Well, let's talk about the duets. Just kidding. We're gonna talk about the artist picks. I just wanted to get too excited.
fades out Christian.
I'm like, what? All right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's start with Lathe, who's saying White Room. Coming up. Again, I feel like I say the same thing about Lathe every time, but he's really good at what he does, and he's consistent at what he does, and kind of like you said earlier, he's having fun tonight. He knows he's getting to perform on national TV, and it's a big deal.
Because he's worked so hard for it.
He's worked so hard for it. I think he did great, and I think he did prove why he deserves to be here.
He rocked it. He is a phenomenal. We've been talking about all season, but he's a phenomenal musician. He earned this spot. Like we've talked about all seasons. This type of music, this type of singer, never gets it this far on this show, and he proved a lot of people wrong with it. I mean, like older guy. I mean, he's not necessarily a looker per se.
Well, this is what The Voice was created for. Though.
Right,
You don't-
exactly.
It's
This
not
is
your
the purpose of it.
stereotypical pop star.
And
when
it's
you're
great
15
that we
to
finally
25.
had
Yeah.
someone emerge like this, because you always have it with the chair turns, and it's a feel good moment then. But once we get to this point,
right. You've
that
seen
goes
them.
away.
Yeah.
It didn't happen this year, and I'm happy for that. I'm happy for him.
This was the first time I watched him and really was able to appreciate his artistry. I always knew it was there, but I didn't really grasp it. And this was the first time I was like, look at him freaking go. He's just loving it.
It was a flawless performance. I thought he was awesome. His voice, I mentioned as we were sitting there at the table watching this, that in the first performance he did, I thought it reminded me of Tommy. And the second one reminded me of another of Jesus Christ Superstar, like a stage musical type performance but nailing the high notes, everything. I mean, it was just really beautiful. I like this guy.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see what he does after the show, because I do feel like he's somebody from The Voice then that can at least make a living off of music.
Yeah,
Yes.
he will. He'll continue
can
to
tour,
do
he
well
can-
in
yeah.
his genre.
Let's talk about Hannah Houston with Every Breath You Take. I loved this. The arrangement was perfect. It was unexpected. I like hearing her sing this like sultry music. Also, shout out to her for walking down the stairs, because she said every season that's
Right.
been her biggest fear is walking down the stairs.
She had help,
Red
but she
dress,
still
that
did
red
it.
dress
She did,
looked
yeah.
tough to
Oh my
walk
god,
in
that
too.
bod,
Yeah.
though. I believed every word she said, and it made me curious to know what in the lyrics she connected to so closely. And with like the dark, whatever, the vibrato was gorgeous. Oh, I just loved this. I loved it. She was great.
Amazing.
We've always talked about on the show, hey, make a song your own. And some people will be good, some might not. I mean, same thing what I was talking about before with her original song. This arrangement was probably the most unique arrangement of a song, so different from the original. And it worked so well. And like you were saying, you were captivated by every lyric.
She owned it.
She said tonight when I was interviewing her too that she doesn't want to be pigeonholed in a genre, and so she was like, "When I
She fixed that problem
no, that's what she
tonight.
said. When I get into the finale, I want to show everybody that I can do everything."
Wow,
Yeah.
and did she
And
ever?
I think she did.
Yeah, this song was so beautiful, and I was just listening to it. It's like, wow, I'm loving this song. I'm really loving it, and I've heard it so many times, but to love it anew.
And I feel like we've heard people flip songs on this show so many times, and it's usually very obvious. And I would have never pictured
Yeah,
this.
this was striking.
it was awesome.
Ooh, striking.
It was
I like that.
striking.
I like
Good
that.
word.
Struck
Striking.
me.
It struck you.
Me, slaying me,
Best
dead,
way.
dying. Okay, up next, we're going to talk about Adam Wakefield, who's saying "When I Call Your Name." Oh, no, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Yep.
Okay, sorry, my computer froze. Adam Wakefield, "When I Call Your Name." Same Adam, same lathe every time. Perfect in his lane, exactly what you want Adam to do.
I wanted something upbeat. That's all I have to say.
You know,
Yeah,
End of it.
I feel like Adam was the opposite of Hannah where Hannah just kind of was around early on, but like, oh, she's good. Oh, she's getting better. She's peaking at the right time. Adam, I felt, peaked pretty much right at around the beginning of the live rounds. And then while he's still obviously been great, it's just like, all right, kind of same thing.
Yeah, but I think for him
I'm
in
with
this
you.
show,
Yeah, that's why we're divided.
I think for him on this show, that's what works for him. You know what I mean?
Oh, if it ain't broke, don't
He's
fix it.
got
Absolutely.
every Blake Shelton fan voting for him, not just because of Blake Shelton, but because that's the type of music they listen to.
Oh, sure.
But do we think he's going to take it?
I think
could.
he has a big chance at taking it, depending on where he charts on iTunes tonight.
Really?
But I wouldn't be... We'll get into that.
Okay.
Gotta wait for the flashing
yeah.
lights.
All right, so final of the night was Allison Porter was Somewhere from West Side Story. This is how you end. This is a finale performance.
Yeah.
This was perfect. I think it was really cool in contrast to the other songs she sang. And actually, we were talking about this tonight. Her voice is has a little Leah Michele in it. Like when you hear her do Broadway.
Yes. That's so
Like
accurate.
if
I
Leah
never
Michele
made that.
was like a chain smoker. Like with the rasp. You know what I mean?
Yes,
in a
that
really
is
good way.
Wonderful, wonderfully accurate. You can ask these two because you were out interviewing them at the red carpet. We were watching together. I wanted to cry when I even heard that she was singing Somewhere, because I performed it myself in West Side Story when I was in high school. But it was
Just a few bars, please.
Yeah, can we get a little rendition of that right now?
in my notes I wrote first appropriate dress. I was like, she's dressed appropriately. Yay.
Yeah, it was
That
a nice
first
dress,
really
actually.
did throw me
Feminism.
off.
You can wear whatever you want, Allison.
You
I
can
think
wear
it looks
whatever
great.
you want. It was just distracting. It's fine.
The dress looked nice. It was a nice dress.
I described her as an angelic rocker. You
Oh,
know,
I
she
like
sounded
that.
like an
Nice.
angel who was rocking out. It was great. She killed it.
Yeah, I closed my eyes a couple of times and just to listen to the voice, and I have to go with the comment that Adam had made earlier. If it was just voice alone, she should take it, no doubt about it.
Oh, I think
Perfect.
it's obvious.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think it's
That's it.
obvious
Perfect.
that they want her to win. I mean, she's got the
Really?
fireworks. She's got the, you know what I mean?
Well,
the
it was-
closing number.
the
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
It was because like the order of the whole night, it went Lathe, Allison, Adam, Hannah. Lathe, Allison, Adam, Hannah. Oh no, we're gonna make it go last now for this one. We won't put it in the middle. We're keep putting you last for a
Which,
reason.
I mean, I get it. She would be good for The Voice to win, right?
Yeah. I mean, it looked like the winning performance, and some part of me thinks that they were kind of trying to subconsciously send the message.
But
like,
you never
it
know.
looks like she just won.
Drama's good.
Vote. Okay, should we check the charts first?
Check
or get into
them charts.
predictions first?
Um,
I think we should check the charts
I think
for
we
the
should check the
finale,
charts
right?
first.
Okay. And it's still airing on the West Coast, so we haven't
it's
seen that.
9:35 on the West Coast. So like that last performance by Allison hasn't aired yet.
We're ahead of
Yeah.
time.
And what was before that one? Was it Hannah or Adam? The last one. So
Ooh, this is
Okay, this is
interesting.
very interesting.
Okay.
Okay. Number 2. Well, actually, let's start lower.
okay.
You're gonna keep us in suspense.
Yeah, keep you in suspense. We'll
Well, we
start.
know someone got
okay.
to number 2.
Allison Porter is still at number 52 with Desperado.
That was a couple weeks
Wow.
ago.
Adam's at 37 with I'm Sorry.
Was that tonight? No, that was an older one.
Okay, well, you go, Adam. Okay, so at number 12 is Hannah Huston with I Call the Shots.
Okay.
At number 8 is Lathe with Morning Light.
Interesting.
At number 7 is Adam with I Call Your Name.
They're taking over the charts.
At
here.
number
the originals.
6 is Allison with Somewhere. And that hasn't even aired on the West Coast.
Oh my gosh.
At
No.
number 5 is Allison with Down the Road. At number 4 is Hannah with Every Breath You Take. And at number 2 is Adam with Lonesome, Broken, and Blue.
Right behind Justin Timberlake, Can't Stop the Feeling. That's
Interesting.
saying something.
Wow. That's cool.
So based on, because every time you have a song in the top 10, it gets the votes get
Multiplied by
multiplied
10.
times 10.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and Hannah's just outside of the top 10, so it
Well-
could be anyone's game.
And it's hard to say too, because Hannah didn't go till toward the end of the episode, was it?
Her original, I think, was second to last, right?
Right. So it's probably airing
Yeah,
right now
yeah,
as we're doing
right.
this, and then somewhere is going to be after that.
That's gonna skyrocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, should we get into predictions?
Predict
Predictions for
away.
who's gonna win?
Yes, we have to.
Oh, this hurts my heart. Do we get the flashing lights in here?
Can we do prediction music?
Or you can just play Fifth Harmony again.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, we got predictions. Hey, there we go.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Oh, they're all looking at me like
Megan, you're owning it.
I want Hannah to win because I love her so much, and that's the person I would buy the music from, honestly. But I believe and would still applaud and be happy for Allison Porter.
I completely 100% agree. Bro.
Yeah, I 100% agree, except I actually I would put Lathe in number 2 because I like Lathe a little better than I like Allison. It's just a personal preference, but she's awesome and somewhere nailed it.
I'll go with the underdog. I'm going to say Hannah wins.
Oh, I like that. I like that spirit.
To me,
you know what? You guys can read the rest of Christian's comments on Twitter.
Wow! I was going to say one
I
sentence.
said I would do that beforehand.
I had one
Continue.
sentence to say, but now the moment's passed, so go ahead.
No, now I want to hear it.
Yeah, now I'm curious.
I was going to say, overall, I felt that Hannah had the best night. Overall, in my opinion.
I think she had the most versatile.
Allison had the best
opinion
performance
is
with
wrong.
Somewhere, but I think Hannah overall had the best night.
I have to agree with that. I think that Hannah has an X factor and a marketability that I don't feel Allison has. I don't think Allison, and I know we're not judging by that. We're supposed to judge by the voice, right? So voice alone, and I guess back to what Adam had said, voice alone, she should take it, Allison. However, in terms of a full package, I've got my vote on Hannah.
I think it just depends on where they would land. Because I think Hannah would be very top 40. I feel like Allison, if they pushed her to adult contemporary country, she could be pretty successful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else?
And she will. She will.
Yeah. Well, it's The Voice. We'll see. All right. That's it for the season. We'll be back here
Oh my
next
gosh,
season.
it's our last show, you guys! We didn't even say anything about it. I'm so sad.
I think the finale kind of gave it away.
Never mind, I'm ready to go.
Well, in the meanwhile, where can we find you?
In the meanwhile, you can find me at Megan Boykoff on Twitter and Facebook, and I'll be on America's Got Talent panel Tuesdays at 9.
Hey, there you go. Me on Twitter at Rue Rosenberg, Instagram the Rue Rosenberg, T-shirts ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg.
Beautiful. You can find me at Chris Howard Live on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can follow me at Jason Ikeler on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. And you can find AfterBuzz. I was trying to think if there's any Tumblr. And you can find AfterBuzz TV at AfterBuzz TV. We will see you guys back in here next season.
I miss you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.